Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in yet again for another great video. Hey, if you're new coming to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also check out my other videos that I have surrounding the N54 engine specifics for BMW and also E90 specific things. So I got a lot of great content out there for you guys, and I'm sure you will find it useful for your current project that you're trying to work on today. Also turn on your bell notifications, that way you get notified when I actually post a video. And then if you're a returning subscriber, thanks again for coming back yet again. Hey, so I've got the question quite a bit as far as how do I work my JB4? What are all the functions? What does this mean? What does that mean? All that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go through a tutorial as far as how you go into the menu, what each of the sections mean, and just what each area of the sections mean. So there's a lot of things that the JB4 can do. Right on your gauge cluster, no JB4 app needed, but if you want to get that, it makes things a lot easier as well for everything. So definitely check that out. But as far as if you've really been thinking about getting a JB4, definitely get it. I'm telling you, I've had it for almost 60,000 miles right now, tuned on my car, and I have had not one problem. Definitely 100% recommend it for your BMW 335i, just the functionality, the safety features, and all that. So if you're looking to pick one up, definitely get to burgertuning.com. Put a link in the description below. You got it for N55, N54, N63, a lot of other platforms as far as BMW. So definitely get out there so you can get your JB4 and then hooked up on your car. It's good buying it brand new, so that way you have the warranty through Burger Tuning and also the support that you get since you bought it brand new. All right, to go into the JB4 menu, I'm gonna just show you just how easy it is, but let's go ahead and click your key on. You can either start your car or you can just turn the key on, whichever works. But for this demonstration, I'll just leave the car off and then just show you just the many options. So to get into it, all you're gonna do is you're gonna hit both the volume down button and the channel down button, just like what I showed you, and this will get you actually into the menu. All right, so just sitting in the actual menu itself, so when you first click both the volume down button and the channel down button, just like what I showed you, you enter what's called really kind of, so speedo number 0, that's kind of your first option, and speedo number 0 indicates which map you're on. So map 1 is map 1, map 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm on the auto tune map because I run an ethanol mix, so that way it's constantly auto tuning it and getting up to 18 psi of boost. So it really is easy as if you want to change it, you would hit just your upper or lower arrow. So right here, as you can see, you can just move through the different maps. So let's go back to number 5. So once you have it under 5, you would just hit the volume down button to close out of the menu, because once you get it to 0, it'll close out and the 2 orange icons will go away. So if you want to also explore some of the other menu features that are on there, right? So you can go up to menu number 1, which is that. So really menu number 1 is great because you have you can read codes, you can delete codes, enable only clear mode. So that's what's on there right now. This is like an auto clear. It will auto clear any faults that are on there. If something that's really serious that pops up, it will actually throw a check engine light right there. So that's pretty cool. And then another feature which is really nice. So when I'm talking about all these, so like number 1 to 3 that I'm on right there, that does that. If your needles get out of alignment, you can go to 5, and that will reset it there. So that's pretty cool. And then also if you want to reset airbag codes, so let's say you have a passenger airbag code, you can reset it like that, which is nice because it just resets that fault. If you go to number 7, so 1.7, that will do reset your octane, O2 sensors, AFR adaptions, throttle pedal adaptions, all that kind of stuff. And then there's nothing past that. So let's go back to 3. That's where I was. So option number 2 there. This is where it gets really sweet, is because you can actually hijack your gauges. So I don't know if you've seen in my other videos, I have the fuel gauge being hijacked as my boost gauge, which is a really nice feature That way you have it built into the car. 0 is 0, obviously. The half fuel mark is 10 psi and max fuel mark is 20 psi. So obviously in between those you get the gist of things. But you can do boost on fuel, timing on fuel, IAT on fuel, under overboost targets on fuel, method flow on fuel, water temp on fuel, and AFR on fuel. And it's just a matter of going to those many different options, which is pretty cool. Going to 3, this is your shift light. This is pretty nice, right? You know, when you're talking about wanting to shift, see how you can really dial this in. Keep it right about 61, 6200, which is a nice little feature, but that's something cool that you can do for that piece. Option number 4 gets into as far as the back end flash modes, and you know, you can open up your can flap and all that kind of stuff. So that's a nice little feature there. Section number 5 right here, this is where you can configure all your gauges to your actual specific car, which is cool. You know, different ones kind of get out of whack in a way, so this is where you go to your specific model and set it, so that way you can do that. Option number 5 and 7 I have, which is the on and off startup gauge sweep. This is where your gauges will sweep from 0 to 160, and that's a nice little feature as far as it looks like the Corvette and STI and all that kind of stuff. So that's a pretty cool option. Section 6 is you got your max cool mode. You got your warm up toggle flash, so that's pretty cool. That it will flash your blinkers when the oil temp goes over 160. So your JB4 will limit you to stock power until it's past 160. So that's a nice option within option number 6. Option number 7, this is everything that I mentioned before. So it just flips your like boost and timing and IATs over here to the oil temp gauge. You can run both at the same time, so that's a pretty nice feature. I just leave my oil just the way it is, and I just run my boost on my fuel. Mostly because I already have the JB4 app, so I don't really need to see multiple things on here. Option number 8, you got your 2-step rev limiter. Option number 9, you have your meth boost additive, so this is where you can kind of dial that in. Option number 10, this is your wastegate position when off the gas. So really the adjustment used to mask off the throttle wastegate rattle or to reduce low throttle ranges. So it ranges from 0 to 5,000 RPM. This is the default setting. You can adjust those how you want it based on how your car performs. So that's a nice little feature. Pedal input number 11, option number 11 here. Really kind of, it's input on boost target over lower values and more linear when higher values, so it's more aggressive. This is where you can adjust it from 0 to 5 based on just how your car is. Really, I think it just defaults to 0, so you can play with that more if you want. Option 12, this is your base duty cycle. So this is your wastegate position under low throttle. So just FYI, too high or too low will cause oscillation and strange behavior. So the suggested range for this is in between 2,400 RPM and 2,800 RPM. So this is defaulted to 28 when I bought the JB4, and I haven't really messed with it yet. So that's that. Option 13, you got your first gear boost limiter. So you got that. Second boost limiter for that, and then 15 for your third gear boost limiter. All right, everyone. Well, that was a easy tutorial as far as showing you step by step as far as what each section means within the JB4, so that way you can make a good decision when buying it, but also when you actually do get it and install it, you know what the heck you're doing and the support that's around it. You know, just like what I mentioned, if you're looking to pick one up, head to burgertuning.com. Links in the description below as far as so that way you can add it to your car, get your great customer experience with them. That's also, of course, fast shipping. So, you know, as always, please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and hopefully this weather shakes out and it starts getting a little bit nicer out so I can actually get outside and get some good videos going. Well, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.